Okay, we started the third hour. So I guess we'll try to finish the tour then. But anyway, yeah, Cassandra, like, got out of the room, and he's still going on at her, you know, like, basically, anything, like, cosmetic needs are carbohydrates. But if it's plain, I got a full supply of NutriShake powders that should serve as a balanced replacement for the meals from the vendor and should alleviate your doctor. Tummy troubles. In quotation marks. This tour is moving on. That portion of sick bay is operated by surgical procedures. It has its own separate environmental controls and completely sealed from the rest of the ship when in use. Also contains robotic assistant units, a state of art, but you'd still never want to end up in there. I think my boy is howling to get in the room. People I live with just got out, and he is now outside her bedroom, starting his little howl. Because the thing is, she keeps treats in there. She keeps a container of treats, and like, you know, during the day, like, or in the morning, she'll give him a few treats. But he's trying to, you know, push the timeline up and get in there and get treats right now because she's up. But it's alright when he gets treats. If he gets treats extra because he, you know, he's losing weight and his blood work was fine. So now the next step is just to try to get him on like a senior food to try to keep some weight on him. Because he will eat. Like, he's got an appetite. It's just, you know, he's unexplainably losing weight, and it's just so concerning. Cabins are jam-packed with different medical supplies, tools, and nutritional supplements and so on. I guess it's good to have it on hand. Those beds are for patients who need to stay in sick bay or whatever reason. All those monitors behind them are displayed patients' vital statistics. It's rare you'll see when used. Can't look at the desk. Can I use anything? I think I'll leave that one up to the professional. Think of a few better places than relaxing down here. Now it's not the time for me to go through all the medical supplies. But when is the time? Okay. I'll talk to Cassie. After we talk to Dr. Rosario. Ah, Lieutenant, you feeling unwell? No, I'm feeling fine. Have you come to pick up any medication? No, I'm totally alright, thanks. Have you come for any for a precautionary checkup? No, nothing like that. Then are you here to ask about any my mechanical ailments? Like, no. What? Oh, no, of course not. Okay, it still reminds me of Dr. Clem from Zero Escape, which I still have not played on here. I played them all on 3DS. I was like recording like my playthrough on LiveJournal, like when Virtue's Last World was out, like what I learned from each route and stuff, but I got out of that. Big reason was because of PhotoBucket changing, like, because I was using them for pictures, like, to upload stuff, and they changed their policies, and now they're like, you know, all your pictures will be deleted unless you pay thousands of dollars. And so I stopped using them. Oh, well, in that case it's at night. Not sure if I can help you today. Luckily I had the Android app installed. What got me is I had like, you know, 20 gigs free, but when I changed it, they decided that, you know, only their, like the grandfather in stuff was no use. Like, I used to pay them $2 a month. And then they added in if you use the app, you get extra. So I stopped paying them, and then I decided whatever they went through when it was you know, they wanted a lot of money. And they were very, you know, blackmailing about it. And then they would send emails like, you know, like these scare tactic emails. But luckily I had like an old birth Android app, but before they discontinued it, I downloaded like all my pictures. Don't worry about it. But I won't talk about your gas, Cassandra. So, I swear, I'm not one for patient doctor confidentiality. That man is like a laser beam. He gets straight to whatever task in front of him, but no time or things like commentaries to the bedside manner or privacy. Yeah, I got that impression. The worst part is that after all this, he tells me I'm allergic to the synthetic elements they use in the mess hall's food vendor. Can you believe I'm on a NutriShake diet between now and when we return to port? Thought those ingredients were supposed to be hyperallergenic, no animal products suitable for everyone. I know, but the doctor says that it's a rare condition that means I react to one of the compounds they use in production. So, no more hamburgers for you. But there is one silver lining. What's that? The vending machines use real ingredients. Chocolate chips are still on the menu. An important part of any balanced diet. Okay. Mental hub. Talk to it again, I guess. You know, kind of funny now that I think about it. What is? This area is called something. Okay, we've already seen this. Yeah, the person that got up didn't come out. I thought she would. I just want to tell her what Nick being, you know, as it is. Back to the first side thoroughfare. Okay. Still gonna try to buy her something. Now we know she's allergic to stuff. I see. Shall I get some chips or something? Oh, and some chocolate too, and maybe soda. You're going a bit overboard, aren't you? Nope. Snacks are on you, remember? You lost the race, so cough up. Okay, good. We brought this back. No way. You're serious? Deadly. Now get that card ready, Lieutenant. This is going to be expensive. Okay, it's not letting me buy them yet. Oh, shit. Come on, cooperate. I'm using the directional pad too, which is kind of like you think it would be more responsive, but it skips sometimes. Hey, Cassie. Had any lunch yet? Should get something from the vendor? Oh, sorry, I forgot about what you discussed with the doctor. No, it's fine. Guess missing out on my favorite hamburger or pineapple salad. Small price to pay for not putting up with. Well, you know. Tummy troubles. Yeah, it won't let me buy anything yet. I'll talk to her again. You know, pretty weird seeing this hall is quiet. Okay. Okay, so it won't let me buy or anything yet. Okay, I'm gonna save. And then we'll, go meet one of the best boys. As Tuvi head down the four-side thoroughfare away from the crew quarters, Cassie stops by a double-sized doorway and runs her key card through the reader next to it. Watch your step. At the low gravity, she instructs, tapping her knuckle on the large warning sign next to the door that reads low gravity zone. Once the door opens, she heads through. You follow her into a wide stairwell. It only takes 2 sets of steps before you can feel yourself grow lighter. By the time you reach the doorway at the bottom, you're almost floating. Stepping in the hangar and on the catwalk, first thing that strikes into the profile of the 2 armored frames stood as if on guard facing the main area of the hangar. Though you fully expect to see them here, every Jovian ship features a few at least. The sight of the armored frames stirs uncomfortable memories in you, and you inadvertently grit your teeth and squeeze the handrail you've grabbed tightly. Sorry, I'm having some more flashbacks. Yep. Damn, they're firing on us. There's so many of them. Oh god, man, help. Line of retreat's totally cut off. We can't get back to the ship, man. What do we do? What do we do? Stop panicking and form up. 3 and 4 on me. We're going to punch a hole through their formation and... Yeah, apparently the Cape Breton Transit Authority is now getting rid of transfers. Like, you know how you could, like on buses, you'll get a transfer and then you can switch. Now they're getting rid of it, so you have to pay the exact fare each time. Like, if you're, like, when I used to take the transit bus to New Minas, it would be, you know, I'd get a transfer and we'd for Greenwood, and then I'd take the Greenwood bus to Kentville, and then I transferred there to New Minas. I stopped taking that so often because they stopped doing a transfer in Kentville. Now it just goes straight through, but they go through all the subdivisions and stuff, so it takes like 2 hours longer than it used to. So I don't do it as much because it's really hard to time it with, because the last bus back to my town leaves at 6, so there's less shopping time, there's less, if anything's delayed then you get stuck at the mall and then you have to call someone to come get you, stuff like that. Like or it gets like freezing outside. Oh my fuck, I had the hardest time when I visited my friend once because the bus was delayed and I didn't catch it in time to get back, and luckily there was one more, but I had to like wait in the cold because I didn't want to like leave. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Just that the change of gravity level left me a little bit queasy. No, I'm having PTSD from the fucking, you know, solar war. I know how you feel. I was late for hangar audit once and rushed down straight after a big lunch. I was moving so fast that with the gravity shift, my stomach contents couldn't keep up. Gross. Tell me about it. I did everything I could to keep my mouth shut. You know, the rule for low gravity zones, what you spew is left up to you. Wasn't going to be late. And on cleanup duty. Speaking of duty, shouldn't there be someone around here? Dalton should be around here somewhere. If you're feeling funny, stay here for a moment. I'll go see if I can find him. Sure. Much despite the 15-meter difference between the catwalk and the hangar floor, Cassie nonchalantly places her 2 hands on the handrail and deftly vaults over it into the emptiness. Thanks to the low gravity, she doesn't fall, but instead kicks off the railing, propelling herself through the air. As Cassandra drifts off, eventually catching onto one of the armored frames legs and using it to swing herself around to float in a different direction, you place your elbow on the railing and your head in your hand. Turn your attention back to the stoic features of the armored frame's heads and sigh deeply. Attention is caught by the cockpit hatch on one of the frames being half open. Looking around, you see everything you expect. Armored frame, weapon, racks, storage containers, various equipment, all of it restrained appropriately and facetiously arranged. The cockpit hatch is the only thing that breaks that pattern. The facetiously is, you know, a lot of people learned it from Cuphead. That word. It's weird. I can't find him anywhere. I know it's definitely a shift, right now, so he should be around somewhere. Looking past Cassandra at the armor frame with the ajar cockpit hatch, a thought strikes you. I think I might have an idea. Follow me. Carry out the same vaulting maneuvers that Cassie had performed and kick off towards the huge machine's cockpit. Once close enough, you grab a hold of its arm and pull yourself up towards the open hatch. A few seconds later, Cassie appears beside you and you both notice the sound of gentle snoring coming from within the cockpit. Well, Lieutenant Commander, I think this is an operations issue, so I'll let you handle it. Leaving the discipline up to me again, huh? Cassandra nimbly clambers up the armored frame, positioning herself right above the cockpit. Bracing herself on the machine's chest, she brings her heel down sharply and repeatedly on the armor. Cadet Grange, attention. You hear a muffled scream from within the cockpit, followed by a dull thud, a string of muttered cursing, and then finally a figure emerges from the cockpit. Ah, ma'am, I was just checking the calibrations on the AF. I got some feedback that... Oh, it's just you, Commander Quinn. Excuse me, just? Is that how you address a superior officer cadet? Ma'am. No, ma'am. It's not expecting to see you in the hangar, ma'am. Ah, so you can tone it down a bit, doll. Yes, ma'am. Good enough, I suppose. Anyway, Cadet, this is Lieutenant Knight, Ship Security Officer. Oh, ma'am, Cadet Dalton Grange. Junior Engineer. Good to meet you, Cadet. Looks like you got you working hard. Looks like, oh no, ma'am. Well, that is yes, ma'am, but not so hard. Oh, I keep falling asleep. No, ma'am. I was recalibrating the sensor array on the... Take it easy, Cadet. We've all taken a nap in a cockpit in our lives. I don't know if Cassie has. Well... Of course, we'll never took cockpit naps with the Chief giving us our orders, so you probably need to get back on with whatever you were doing, huh? I totally forgot she's going to kill me. I'm gonna fucking shove you in the waste disposal. Good kid, right? I feel so sorry for him already. Tightly wound. Most of these crates contain mechanical supplies, spare parts, food, or tools, etc. There's a few that contain a long life ingredients for the vendor mat and the mess hall, and some of that contain various essentials for the crew. A ship like this, operation duties to act like a quartermaster, and I've been on some ships where if you're friendly with the hangar crew, they sneak you out some of the good stuff. Not that I condone that kind of behavior, obviously, not as a security officer. Hangars also used to store various tools, equipment that engineering teams use throughout the ship. A lot of the machinery is used for moving freight or AF equipment around. Main hangar doors typically only used when the ship is docked to bring aboard large containers or equipment. On the ship like this, the AFs launch from smaller hatches underneath them. There's also a maintenance airlock somewhere, so that whole hangar doesn't need to be pressurized if there's some work to be done outside. And that's also foreshadowing. Those two armor frames are both Juno models. The workhorse of the Jovian Colony Fleet's military, they look like they're newer type, and the one I piloted on the Clay. I have another war flashback now, almost piloted. Okay. Let me try and use the... even thinking about it. I mean, amongst all this, anything that's there I could very much easily somewhere else on the ship. Surprisingly, the controls for this kind of stuff are way harder to work than those in the AF. I don't want to think about the kinds of chaos that would cause by messing around with them. Hangar doors open directly in space. Open now, I wouldn't live long enough to do anything else after. Same if I try to use both up. Yeah. Okay. We've looked, we've talked. talk to Dalton. Hey Cadet, how's it going? Arg! Well there, take it easy, that's just me. Oh, Lieutenant, sorry, I thought you were someone else. What's this crew possibly doing that's got you so jumpy? Oh, it's not the crew, it's just the chief. She really likes a surprise inspection and make sure things I'm working on as fast as she expects me to. At least once a day, I think I'm alone somewhere and then suddenly, Cadet Dalton report. I don't know how she does it. I'll have an eye on the entrance like the entire time and she can still appear from nowhere. I think she uses the maintenance ducts. Okay, take it easy, I'm pretty sure it's just us in here. Okay, if you're sure. Anyway, how can I help, Lieutenant? I'm just getting to know the ship and its crew, finding out what they're all about. Oh, huh? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So what are you up to here, Cadet? Oh, I'm actually working on 2 projects at the moment as part of my engineering degree. The first is my own project, a high-density rapid expansion emergency sealant for hull breaches. I'm working on a compound that's designed to be released in case of a breach and seal up cracks to prevent atmosphere loss. That's pretty impressive. How's that going? Not too well, Lieutenant. I intended it to be used within the ship as a safety measure for the crew, but the technical officer who oversees my progress back at the Academy has instructed me to find a way to weaponize it. Thinks it'd be good for immobilizing enemy AS. I thought it was a she when I played this originally before. Still seems like it's been put to good use if it's cutting down on casualties, don't you think? I guess so. What's the second? Oh, that's just something I'm working on for the Chief. It's a set of modifications for a Juno to increase its mobility in space. Oh, we got Lo-Fi 247 is now following me. Just Cadet Dalton report. Ma'am, Chief, yes, Chief. Currently in the process of... I think I'll just leave him to get on with it. Where did she come from, anyway? Okay, I'm gonna look and see if he has anything, because I know the Chief added stuff. Well, I looked at stuff later. These 2 armor frames are both tuner models. Cassandra. Oh, I wish I'd worn my uniform trousers today. What's up? I was thinking we could play low gravity tag or something, but now that Dalton's back up, we can't. I don't think he's going to snitch on you anytime soon. That's not what I mean. I don't follow. Honestly, have you considered the issue of floating around in a skirt? Oh, just count yourself lucky. I would have kicked your ass. Yeah, like it doesn't matter if I see her undergarments, you know, since the player character and her are dating, but not the 4 ensign or the cadet. Okay, I think I have, I don't have much more to do. We got, fire control, and then we have, my quarters and Cassandra's quarters, and that will also get me to meet Hanson. I was like, I'll show you. Yeah. Cassandra's and the captains are together, and also Lords. Visit fire control, so Cassandra your quarters. Last time I went to her quarters last. So we'll go to the captain's first, and we'll go in order. First we'll visit fire control. I want to check something on here. Like, there's a lot of places I can travel to. I was kind of wondering if the break was listed on here. It's not. I don't know why. I should be able to, like, even if I can't visit it yet, it should be on, like, you know. Anyway, I'll go to fire control. I always get Dalton and Dylan confused, the two D's, so I'm just going to call them, you know, D's and Grange. Beyond the mess hall and the hangar across, the two of you continue to the furthest end of the four-side thoroughfare. The door at the very end of the corridor is shut. The words Fire Control painted on it in large stenciled letters. Cassandra swipes her keycard through the reader by the door before turning to you. So, this is Fire Control. The gunner's probably here, but, well, you'll see. That's pretty cryptic. As you follow Cassandra through the doorway, your eyes take a moment to adjust as the strip lighting that illumines the rest of the ship is now conspicuously absent. Instead, the entire room is lit by phosphorescent glow from a globe full of screens and readouts. The screens, each one seems to not be showing much more than a few specks on a black background. From experience, you know that what you're looking at is live feed from cameras all over the ship's exterior. Trying to get my voice back. Experience through. In the center of the alcove, facing away from you, there's a seat like the ones on the bridge. From the angle, it's impossible to tell if there's anyone in it, but you know there's a tiny rhythmic hiss coming from it. But anyway, all the ship's weapon systems are controlled from here. The screens give the gunner's panoramic view of... Is the gunner here right now? Over Santa's shoulder at the back of the seat. You swear you see a quick flicker of movement, but you can't be sure it's just the flash of readout reflective of the surface. Oh, Dylan, yeah, he's here. Should we say hello? Well, normally I would, but... Cassandra leans back slowly as she tries serendipitously to take a peek at what's on the other side of the chair without noticing her. She quickly turns back to you after a moment's pause. He just looks so in the zone, you know. It seems a shame to interrupt him. Interrupt what? Cassandra leans back again and after a moment quietly gestures for you to come take a look. Sat in the chairs, the man who looks a little bit older than you. His eyes are closed and his face a picture of absolute serenity. Over his ears are possibly the single largest pair of headphones you've seen in your entire life. As he sits there, oblivious to your presence, his right leg bounces up and down, his wrist flick constantly. Wonder for a moment if he's okay, but for spying a cassette player peeking out of his jacket pocket, you realize that the history here is a slight whisper of the music that's listening to escaping from those substantial headphones. Yeah, the headphones remind me of, like I mentioned this when I was playing the demo. Back in school, we used to have like cassettes and stuff, like learning, and they'd have these big headphones with, you know, the coil cord, and you'd have this long strip of jacks that, you know, a bunch of people could use to stick in to listen to all at once. Like, an audiobook or something. That's what those remind me of. But yeah, I don't know why a cassette tape would be, because you think with all the possible interruptions with magnetic equipment and out, you know, the space and whatnot, that it wouldn't be good to have cassettes because it would ruin them. Like, it'd probably be better for things like, you know, with the controlled climate, but I think with all that, like, instruments and stuff, it wouldn't be good for cassettes. Is this okay? Shouldn't he be a bit more attentive? Don't worry, he's fine. He's not even on duty. Yeah, but what if there's an alert? Let's find out. Cassandra moves over to the panel just before the monitor laden above. Alclove takes the receiver off the wall and enters a few numbers into the keypad. Hey, Vanessa. Hi. Yeah, it's Cassie. Can we test the alert system to fire control? No. I know it's not scheduled. It's, spot check. Yeah, random testing, you know. Chief's orders. Of course, she asked. Why would I be asking for a spot test with alert and a fire control? Chief? If Chief didn't ask. Lie it through your ass, Cassie. You're a darling, thanks. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Sandra loud. Instantly see the figure on the chair pulled upright, yank their headphones off, and lay their hands on the fire control systems, their heads snapping back and forth as they rapidly survey the wall of monitors. False alarm? Hey, Dylan, don't mind us. Just had to do a spot check on the alarm system. Chief's orders. Hey, Quinn. No problem. His head looks so weird compared to everyone else's. Who's this? Lieutenant Lori Knight, ship's security. Oh, hey, Warrant Officer Dylan Dees, gunner. Welcome aboard. Thanks. Well, let me know if you guys need anything. That alert totally got in the way of an awesome soul, so I'm going to rewind and pick up where I left off. Good to meet you. Don't stop the music. Okay, we're getting trophies left and right here right now. Every single one of these screens is linked to a camera on the ship's hull. Though it doesn't look like it, actually represents a 360-degree view of around the gun dog. I've never been a ship as small as gun dog, but control ships look they don't look anything like you on a bigger ship. They look more like belong in an office or something. Yeah. Oh. Come on, you can do it. I think it's the same for both of these, but I just want to double check. This screen only comes on one channel. It doesn't look like there's anything interesting right now. This small touches thing. I think I'll leave that up to the professional. Okay, Dalton. Is it Dalton or Dalton? Dylan. Okay. Warrant Officer Dees. Warrant Officer Dees. Dylan. Oh, hey, Lieutenant, how's it going? Not bad, thanks. I was just wondering if you could explain the control system here to me. It doesn't look like anything that I've seen before. Oh yeah, if you're not been in a small ship like the gun dog, it probably does look weird. Bigger ships have more crew space, so they have old-fashioned turret operators. On a ship like this, where it's only one dude flying solo, the whole system's optimized to let them run the entire weapon system alone. Each of these trackballs lines up a different weapon system, which is represented by a reticule shown on the screen. By rolling the balls, I can move the target reticule from screen to screen, and to fire all I need is to point and click. That's pretty clever. Only works so well because we've got the computer doing most of the heavy lifting. On bigger ships, the gunners have a lot more physical control. On a ship like this, it's more like playing a really intense video game. I don't really like those spaceship video games. I'd rather play a racing game or something instead. It's not too bad. Now the war's over, we're not shooting anyone anytime soon. So I get spending all my time here listening to music, and I'm staring out into space, pretty much perfect. Listening to anything good? Yeah, a real classic album right now. Ever hear of Trish and the Replicants? Nope, sorry. Come by later and I'll lend you a cassette. It's pretty good for such an old band. Thanks for the offer. My favorite band is Wham. Right now I've been listening to, like for artists, I like Mystery Skulls, but right now I've been listening to a lot of Chappell Roan. But yeah, I'm gonna head this up soon, because just once I was hoping he wouldn't be here. Oh, yeah, this place would be such a good room to relax and take in the view of the stars. But day or night, you always hear, either spacing out himself or drumming away. I'm so jealous. Most heads of operations would kill for a crew member who was at their station day or night, you know. But this is weird. The only time I've seen him leave is when the ship's docked. I come by at all sorts of random times and he's always here. I don't like it. How much of that is jealousy? Okay, we have a bunch more to do. Like, I have to go to her quarters. I have to go pretend to go to the captain's quarters. It's not gonna let me. I have to enter, like, meet Hanson. I have to, you know, finish this day. So we're not going to do that because I am getting eepy and ready for bed, and I don't know what we were going to do today. Because, so let me check to see. Yeah, Captain's quarters, Cassandra's quarters, catch up with Cassandra. I'm gonna go over there just to go to get the Captain's quarters. Pretty sure. Cassandra probably has nothing else to say here. Yeah. So that's what we'll do, and then we'll go to mine and deal with the dick face. And second set of crew quarters for operations staff, that's me and Vanessa, and the department heads, captains have their quarters. And the captain have their quarters. Yeah, make up it. Hopefully. Makes sense. Of course, it's obvious why you come this way so often after finding out I was part of the crew. What do you mean? Well, hey, I'm on duty right now, you know. I know, and despite that you've let your libido guide you to my quarters, you animal. Let's maybe save that for later, okay? You tease. That's what the fanfic's about, funny. Dr. Rosarian's dreaming. No, I bet he's not been there since he scored it. The nameplate reads Cassandra Quinn. I don't really need an explanation on whose room this belongs to. That's his room. I get the impression that someone like her keeps it at expression level at all times. Kenzie, that's the chief's room. She seems pretty committed to the job. I bet she doesn't spend much time here. Talk to Cassandra. So, I'm just gonna hang around the corridor outside my quarters then? Know where you're in a hurry to go to? Honestly. Give me all these hints. Captain's quarters. Captain's quarters sits at the end of the corridor, differentiated from the other doors in the corridor by the small insignia that sits above the nameplate. Like the others in the corridor, it displays a confidence name, just in case Captain Neris Bartholomew. Even in your role as security officer, there are a few rooms on the ship that you don't have access to. Captain's quarters is one of them. There's nothing for you here right now, so turn back. Okay, before I go to Cassie's room, because this is going to be annoying, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to save. Like, not annoying Cassie, but it just means there's a lot more to do, and then I have to deal with Dick Face. Feeling over ready to save, yeah. That's really weird. It looks like a cube instead of a 0. Oh, it's autosave, that's what it is. So then it is a 0. It's I didn't realize it was autosave. Go to me, and then about. There's a lot less in the about than there was. Yeah. I guess we'll end this off with the credits, I guess. Oh, no, not the credits yet. No. Lydia's snoring now. You know, I did like most of everything I had to do because earlier, so I could play as long as I wanted, but I really want to get to bed. It's supposed to storm again tonight. Because it's morning, you know, it's morning on the 21st. Or the 20th. And, so I'm trying to convince my mother to do our grocery shopping that we haven't done today. Because, like, usually we go the end of the month and then we go around the 15th. But we haven't gone since, like the 7th, that's when we went, it was like the 7th of February, and we didn't even do a lot because I had Nick with us then. So I just picked up like some basics, like milk and stuff, so I'm like getting so low on stuff. Like the only reason I have food is because I bought some and have like meal, like stuff, basics in the freezer, like hamburger and stuff, like ground beef, and I have some like noodles and stuff, but I'm getting, like, I'm on my last hand soap, like I refilled my bottle with like the last bit I had. I've got one box of Kleenex left. I've got, you know, like, I have to get milk because I couldn't get a jug when I went out earlier this week. So, like, I am desperate for a lot of, like, little things that are almost out. So that's what I gotta do. So anyway. Ciao, and hopefully I'll get back to it tonight. I don't know if I will or not because of the weather. If this was more, if there was like text size options, or even if it was up a bit, I probably could play this in my room and I wouldn't have to worry about having to take time for the kitchen. But, yeah.